everyone, welcome to the Fruitful Home. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to style your kitchen while still maintaining its functionality with things that you own around your home. So basically the budget for this project is $0. We've been living here for 5 years now, and we're just kind of getting tired with the setup of our kitchen. We've been spending a ton of time in our kitchen, probably you have too, these last few weeks, and so we thought it would be a great idea and a great opportunity to get into the kitchen and make some changes. So without further ado, we are going to go from this to this. As you can see, we took everything out of the kitchen and we're starting from a completely blank slate. Now this is the perfect opportunity to do a deep clean of your kitchen. Now that it's totally cleared out, we are gonna start by putting things back together. And this leads me to my first tip, which is start with your big, bulky appliances, specifically the appliances that you use on the regular. For us, our number one appliance that we use is our blender, so we are gonna start with that and go from there. So you only wanna put back appliances that you use on the regular. Anything else should be stored off of your countertops. So luckily for us, we have big pantries in our kitchen where we can store things like our toaster and other appliances that we might only use once or twice a week. If you don't have these pantries, you can stick your appliances in any sort of cupboard that works best for you. Tip number 2 is to start reintroducing useful items into your kitchen based on zones. And by zones, I mean putting items back where you will use them the most in order to increase the functionality of your kitchen. So I am creating a zone here at the oven based on things that I would need very quickly. So I'm putting my crock pot here, which I use regularly. And next I'm going to put some of my mixing spoons that I would use to cook into this container. And I'm going to place that right beside the oven with a drip, what is this called? A drip catcher? A spoon, a ladle holder?
Ladle holder.
A ladle holder. Okay, so I had to start all that over. If you're anything like us, tip number 3 will come in handy, and that is to have baskets on your counter for food items. So here I keep items like garlic and onions, things that I use in my cooking quite regularly. And I also include in these baskets food that needs to ripen on the counter like avocados. And in these baskets we put things like our bananas and squash. Where you place your baskets in your kitchen should be based on your zones of use. Since I do most of my food prep here, I like to keep my baskets close by so that I can grab these items as I need them. Yes. So tips number 4 and 5 are my favorite. And we're gonna start with tip number 4, and that's to add elements that bring in your personality. And these are things that would definitely be usable within the kitchen, but they add a bit of fun and flair. So things like cutting boards, which add some warmth because there's some wood elements there, cookbooks, which are colorful, even an art print, which can add some life into your kitchen. And some of these items you might have to go around your house to find, and that's fine. It's all about adding things that you love and that will spark joy while you're in the kitchen. Tea towels are an awesome way to add personality into your home. These are some tea towels that I got from a friend, and I just think they add such a fun element into your kitchen, and they're practical. Another really great way to bring some character into your kitchen, but also to maintain its functionality, is to display some cutting boards that you might already have in your kitchen. These are 2 cutting boards that we use regularly when we're hosting parties and when we're just having some veggies. So I'm gonna stick those right here so that they not only look great, but they're also in a really great spot for me to use quickly. You might also really like to add some homemade elements into your kitchen. I'm doing that by adding this garland of oranges that I made by drying out oranges in the oven. And it really fits with our theme of the fruitful home. So the last thing I'm gonna do to add some personality into this kitchen is to put down a little mat right in front of the sink. Last tip, number 5, is my personal favorite, and that's adding greenery and flowers into your home. Right now, all that we had here in our house was some dried flowers, so I'm gonna stick those here. And then we have a couple of plants that I'm going to strategically sort of place around the kitchen. I always like to add some greenery around the sink. And I think this one I'm going to stick right here in front of this print. As you can see, we've aesthetically elevated our kitchen in less than a couple hours. Our budget was $0 and it has made a big impact in making this kitchen appear more fun and joyful as well as functional. Now, we renovated our kitchen a few years back, but if you don't have a completely renovated kitchen, these 5 tips will still make your kitchen not only look more beautiful, but also more functional. Hopefully these 5 tips help you turn your house into a fruitful home. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button below so we can see more of each other, and give it a thumbs up. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. It's a wrap.